Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Limited Lorcana. Today, we're going to be doing a draft. Last time we did Sealed Rise of the Floodborn. I think we're actually going to draft first chapter though this time around, just so I can talk about some of the key things that you're looking for in different sets. So let's get started with first chapter. Go ahead and start our draft. We have our first pick here. So we actually have quite a few good cards here. We've Be Prepared, which is just a great card. Lilo, which is pretty good in this set. There's only a couple one drops, and most of them are very aggro oriented. Timon immediately counters what I just said. And then we have Goofy. Goofy's another fantastic one. Evasive is very strong in the first set. One thing you definitely have to make sure is that you have some sort of removal for evasives. Um, whether it's your own guys that evasive or stuff like Tinkerbell that can give evasive. It's uninkable, but I think Be Prepared is definitely just the best card for us to take here. So we're going to start off with the Be Prepared. If I were to take a second pick, mm, it would probably be Goofy. Yeah, it'd probably be Goofy. Some of the cards that I'm hoping to wheel in the set, so when we talk about wheel, is cards that we think will come back around. Be Prepared is definitely one of those cards we don't think will come back around, so we want to make sure we take it early. But stuff that might wheel is like Genie, 2 drop, 2 3. It's just great stats, kind of what you want to have. Jetsam could come back, gives us another way to deal with some evasives. I could also see Kronk coming back, like I said in previous videos. It's a good thing to have enough high cost cards that you're able to curve out and not just flood the board with low drops. So we're going to start with Be Prepared and go to our next pick. Okay, so the rare we have here is Maleficent, 3/6, quest for 3. We have a foil Duke, another Genie that I just spoke about. Minnie Mouse is the same thing as Genie, same stat line, just different ink color. Jafar's really good in this too. Being able to challenge up to 5 toughness is pretty good. I think we're just going to take Maleficent. It's a nice high quester. She's got a big body. And it gives us a nice 5 drop. Friends is definitely going to be the pick here. Friends is just really strong. Anytime you can draw cards in limited play, it's normally the route that you want to go. Um, Being able to outlast your opponent, have more gas than them is a really important thing. So we're going to take Friends and be very happy about that pick. Okay, we have a Mufasa, which is a similar version of Maleficent, just one more strength. We also have a Captain Hook who's just a really good one drop because he's able to challenge, develop, which is a good cycle card, especially in this format. Being able to have a card that replaces itself and lets you take the best card off the top of your deck is pretty good. Mm. I feel like we'll have more time to get one drops. I'm kind of between Mufasa and Trident. Both have really good stats. There's an argument that can definitely be made for Cheshire Cat as well. I kind of like a little more brawly style of deck than Cheshire Cat would back up. So, ooh, um, we have a lot of high cost. We're not gonna take Jetsam here. I do think we are gonna take the Mufasa, but Captain Hook and Develop Your Brain are also very good arguments. So we're gonna take Mufasa. It's just important to make sure you get those high cost cards early, and that you'll have enough um, that you're not missing out. And later in the packs, we can like emphasize on the lower cost cards if we need to. Again, this is just another Friends. It's a fantastic card. Um, Taking the second Friends definitely means we're going to want to have a little bit higher count of 3 drops so we can have people that can sing it. But we'll take Friends and hoping Simba wheels, but unlikely. I think we'll probably see Goons and he got a sword back in this pack. Tigger is also a fantastic card, a 4/4 evasive. If you saw the Goofy earlier, it was a 3/4. So Tigger is able to take that out and some. So Tigger is definitely a good one for stats. But we're gonna take friends. Can almost never have enough draw. So we've Mickey Mouse, who gives us ramp, which can actually be really good, especially with the draw. We already have one uninkable with Be Prepared, but we're not so worried about that early. Fire the Cannons is a little bit of removal. Donald Duck's a good 2-drop. I think we're going to take Mickey Mouse for the same reasons mentioned earlier. It's a 3-drop. He can sing friends, and he has a meaningful effect, giving us additional ramp. And with Be Prepared, Mufasa, Maleficent, we kind of have a little bit more of a late game. This pack is a little bit of a dud, for sure. I definitely think Goofy is probably going to be the pick. Stampede's okay. If you have the ability to like ping damage with like a plasma blaster or something blaster, but it's really not where we want to be. None of these 4 cards are really what we want to be. Do it again. We just only have one action. Be prepared to recycle. Could be good, but in the games where, well, actually no, we have friends as well. Do it again actually might not be too bad here, but I think we're going to take Goofy. He's inkable, and it's not relying on me having an action in the graveyard. So he's just a 3/6 bodyguard. He can protect a higher quester or something. So we're just going to take Goofy and be happy with that. So here we have Donald Duck, Belle, Tamatoa, Stone Scimitar. I just find doesn't hit enough. You don't have enough Aladdins normally that it's meaningful, and even if you do, it's just not good enough. Control Your Temper. This card would be better if it replaced itself. It doesn't replace, so we're less likely to take it. Um, we're gonna go ahead and most likely take Donald Duck. It gives us a way to have Goofy and Donald, and potentially even Mickey have evasive. So we're gonna take Donald Duck. Belle is just a little bit like item oriented, and we don't really have a lot of items, so we'll take Donald Duck. He's a 4-drop. So Kronk, Aurora, Elsa. Elsa's a 3-drop, so she could be able to sing friends, but we kind of want her to exert her ability anyway over that. So I think we're gonna take the Kronk. Just good stats. Even like into a Mufasa, he actually beats him out. So we're gonna take a Kronk. Hopefully, seeing some lower cost cards here soon. Cheshire Cat and You Have Forgotten Me. Cheshire Cat's not too bad. Can sing, and yeah, he has a pretty meaningful effect, especially if I'm questing and stuff with him. So we're gonna take a Cheshire Cat. You Have Forgotten Me is definitely a good card though too. Please don't think I'm skipping on that, but we're gonna take a Cheshire Cat for now. Both of these we don't want. We're gonna take Break because it could have the most utility. Um, being able to destroy Fishbone Quill, Beast Mirror, a lot of the different items. Ursula's Cauldron. We're gonna take Sword of Truth. Don't really have a choice there. It's uninkable, so this is definitely one of the cards we'll prioritize cutting when it comes down to the final. Because in draft, you only get 4 packs, you get 48 cards total. You can only cut 8 cards, so most of the cards you take, you want to play or pick the inkable card because you can ink it. So, Sword of the Truth is definitely a cut. Break might make it in if we have other cards we have to cut, but most of these characters I feel pretty good with. We're definitely lacking in that lower department, so this is going to probably be a little bit of a swap towards prioritizing that 1-drop, 2-drop if we can. So we have a super rare Robin Hood and we have a LeFou. LeFou's not bad. If we took that Lilo, we would definitely be looking at this LeFou to have ways to protect our high questers. Rafiki's a pretty good one to have rush. We're just going to take Robin Hood. He's got, again, another way for me to deal with evasive, and he can help me draw cards if I'm behind my opponent. So we're going to take Robin Hood. Even though I just talked about taking more low drops, sometimes you do have to take the better card. All right, we have Cerberus and a Dr. Facilier. Whenever one of your other characters banished a challenge, you may return that card to your hand. He's a little too high, and he's uninkable. There are not very many 1-drops or 2-drops in this. We have Magic Broom, which is a fine enough 2-drop. Much rather that 2-3 stat line, but you can kind of take what you can get. Mickey Mouse, a 3/4 for 3 is pretty good. Mickey Mouse, another detective, another way to ink we have a lot of high cost cards. I honestly am leaning towards just having a little more ramp. And again, just another great singer for friends. Hercules is very good too as well. There's definitely an argument for several of these 3 drops, but we're not going to take Trident. We're not going to take Doctor Facilier. We need a couple more lower drops. Okay, so wow, and a third friends, a Captain Hook, and a Flounder. 2 friends is good. I think 3 friends is even better. Um, I definitely want this Captain Hook, but I don't think I can turn down friends, especially in limited play. Okay, what do we have here? We got Prince Eric, who is a 1/3 but Challenger too, so he's able to swing it as a 3/3 basically. Beast, High Quester 4/4, and he has an effect to destroy item. Flynn is probably not the way we want to go with just questing out, but there's definitely an argument. Flynn's good, Cheshire Cat's good, Lilo's good. You can for sure run the game over by just having a lot of high questers in the first set, but I think we're going to take Prince Eric. Gives us a 2-drop, and he's not too bad. This one, Chief Tui is a little too overpriced for what he does, but he's not a bad card. Genie, we're definitely just going to take. He's a 2/3 for 2. I think actually Uh, I like that stat line a lot for 2/3, but I do think we just need some 1-drops. So unfortunately, it's looking like it might actually be Tibbs. I just would much rather our 1-drop be Captain Hook. Hmm. We're gonna go with Genie. I and hope to see more 1-drops. And immediately not punished. We got to see 2 really good 1-drops right here, Captain, or I guess 1 really good 1-drop. Captain Hook's great. Fishbone Quill is very good card, and especially with our deck, we have a lot of draw. We're kind of ramping. We almost are into that play line of Quill to be able to Quill stuff, but it's hard to use Quill in limited play. There's a lot of cards that people will have in their deck that they normally wouldn't have that are just item destruction. So it can get kind of taken out, and you kind of lose the advantage. We're just hurting for 1-drops right now, so I'm going to take Captain Hook. If we had 1-drops and 2-drops, I do think I would consider running this Quill, though. Especially, like I said, with a late game of Be Prepared and a couple 6-drops. So, but we'll take Captain Hook and be plenty happy. Here, we're going to take Mad Hatter. There's no argument. This card is just so good. When this character is challenged, you draw a card. Quest for 3, 2, 4. Yeah, he's a 5-drop, but it's just you can quest with him, and if they deal with it, you're getting the advantage. So, definitely take Mad Hatter. Here we're gonna be taking Rafiki. Gives us a nice way to rush if we have to have an answer for something. Um, Dingle Hopper's just not that meaningful. Freeze can be all right. Sword, we already don't want to play the one that we have, and Tangled's okay, but when I say okay, I mean very loosely. It's okay. It might win you a game, but it's almost a fallacy that you won just because that card was in your deck. Because if it was any other card, it might have also won you the game. So we're gonna take Rafiki though. Ooh, do we want to take another Rafiki? How are we doing on Uninkable? So be prepared. 2 Mickeys. Is that it? Mm. Yeah, I think we're probably just going to take another Rafiki and not be too upset about that. You Have Forgotten Me is definitely an argument, though, especially with my board clear. Actually, I'm going to take You Have Forgotten Me. I don't know if we're going to end up playing it, but worst case, it can be inked. Here over Triton versus Simba, we're just gonna take Triton. I think we have a 5-drop in Maleficent, a 5-drop in Mad Hatter, so and a 5-drop in Goofy and Donald Duck. No, Donald Duck's a 4, but we've got plenty of those. We'll take the 7-drop Sea King. Well, Eye of Fates has the most meaningful effect, so we'll take Eye of Fates and Lantern. So actually surprised this one wheeled all the way, but we're not too interested in this, but it could be ran. So right now, we're definitely looking like we're cutting these 3 cards. 4 if we can cut break. And yeah, I think it looks like about the 4 that we're going to cut so far. So what did we get here? So here's the Tinkerbell I was talking about. She's got evasive and she can give a character evasive. Be really powerful in this set because you have to deal with characters that have evasive. Captain Hook is a really good synergy with Fire the Cannons. Kind of a shame they're both in the pack. Being able to recycle that ability definitely makes it a lot better. Pascal's a really good one drop though. Evasive as long as you have another character in play, which you almost always will. Aladdin, 7 drop 5/5. Not bad, but I think we're gonna take the. Mm, I kind of want to take the Tinkerbell to be able to give some of these bigger characters evasive to deal with other evasives that pop up in the late game. But I really do want the Pascal. There's 3 one drops though. I think we'll get a one drop back on this pack. We're gonna take Tinkerbell. Okay. Don't want this. We don't have very many songs. Well, actually, maybe I'm wrong. We have 3 friends and to be prepared. Just seems like it might be a little bit too much. Might be overloading. Trying to get value on songs. I think we get enough value from our songs already. We have some really good cards in this pack. Simba's great. Maleficent's a really good one. Kronk is, a good, like, just big body. Tigger, again, is another big body that's good. Mickey Mouse is great, especially, like I said, every time I've said, we just have a lot of ramp and a lot of late game stuff, and he can sing. Tinkerbell's really good as well, too, though. But we just took the last Tinkerbell. I think we're going to take Maleficent as a 3 pick. Does the fourth Friends hit as hard as the third? I don't know. I think we're probably not going to be taking the fourth Friends on the other side. We might take one jump because we can sing it with a 2 and just kind of ramp, but Be Our Guest could be good, especially late game. We top deck it, can help us find some of our bigger characters. Hercules is a good 3 drop. Um, kind of wish I had track of how many 3 drops we had again. Think we're pretty good on 3 drops though. 2 Mickey Mouses, Cheshire Cat, or Rafiki. Yeah, we're not too bad on that. I don't think we need the fourth Friends. I think the fourth Friends might be too much. We need to make sure we have enough playable characters and enough meaningful effects. So, one jump is a possibility, just because we have so many high cost cards. Our 4 drops are Tinkerbell and Donald Duck, I think. So we're not so worried about hitting that curve of one jumping to a turn 4, but we could one jump to a turn 5. We've got a couple good turn 5s. Pongo's also just a good, like, evasive guy. It's actually a difficult one. Service is another really good, like, 5 drop for stats. I think we're going to take. It's just an argument to be made for several of the cards in this pack. We are pretty late game. I think we're going to take a one jump, which definitely means 2 drops will be that much better because they'll be able to sing it. Punzel's a good one, but she's uninkable. Kristoff is a good 3 drop. He's a 3/3 quest for 2. We're gonna take a Minnie Mouse as a 2 drop. We just took the one jump. We want a couple more 2 drops to be able to sing. Don't have any Gastons, so we're not so worried about LeFou. Magic Broom's alright, especially allowing us to put Be Prepared back into the deck. I think we're just going to go for a slightly better curve, though, and take the Tibbs here. Another friend's offer. Well, between all the cards in this pack, I think I'd rather the fourth friends over. So it's between Rafiki, Beastmare. That's really what it's between. And Friends is just a better Beastmare for sure. And Rafiki could be good. I think we'll just take the fourth Friends. It's inkable. Do we take another one jump? I feel like we're just kind of too low on characters at this point. But I think we're gonna take the one jump. I think we're just gonna play like a very late gamey deck. Um, We're gonna take Donald Duck. He gives us another 4-drop for the 1 jump to follow into. Pascal's a great 1-drop. We're gonna take Tigger. We've got a lot of ways to ramp up. Ursula's Shell Necklace actually has a lot of value here though too, with all of the songs. But we're already drawing enough that we don't really need another payout for it. Yeah, we're gonna take a Shield of the Virtue. Most likely not gonna run it. Oh, and the Rapunzel came back. That's actually likely to be played. So 3 1-drops, 3 2-drops, 5 3-drops. So I definitely think we're looking for 1 to 2 more 2-drops in our pack 4. At most 1 1-drop. And yeah, I think we're pretty happy. Elsa, Spirit of Winter. Did we take any little Elsas? I don't think we did. That being said, she is kind of just a win in this format. In limited, she can do so much, but she's uninkable. We don't have too many uninkable high cost cards though, besides Be Prepared and that. So might actually run it. We've got a lot of ways to ramp into it. We kind of want the Genie for the 1 jump or the Mickey Mouse. I think we're gonna give the Elsa a try. I think in a draft in person, I'd probably pick this card anyway, just because it's worth more than any of this, and I still need one to complete my set for first chapter. So we'll take the Elsa because that's what I'd probably take in real life. Fishbone Quill is looking pretty good here, especially with how many songs and uninkables and stuff we're looking to run. I definitely think it's going to be Fishbone Quill and Ramp. But my only worry is that we might get a little bit behind on board, but if we do, we've got to be prepared to kind of help us get back. Genie would also be a really good pick here, but we'll take Fishbone. Kind of play this late game thing. So a 4-drop Elsa 4/4, and this Elsa is a shift 6. Um, my gut is telling me to probably take Jasmine, just a 3-drop 3/3, or Tinkerbell. 3-drop 2/4 has a reasonable effect, allows us to discard some of our dead cards that are ink. So as much as I want to take the Elsas for the shift line, Tinkerbell's just a really good 3-drop, and the stats are pretty survivable. Oof. What do we want? We don't want another Rapunzel. We don't need any more uninkable cards. Beast could be okay. Pumbaa's just a good 4-drop. I think we might actually take Pumbaa. We need some higher questers, actually, for sure. So I think we're gonna go Kristoff. He is a 3, but wow, the 6th friends on the other side. So this is not very realistic, and person most times people value this card a lot more. The AI seems to not value it as much, but we're gonna take Mickey Mouse. It's the same thing as the Jasmine. Don't think we need the other Tinkerbell. We need the couple more high quester. Actually, that last pack, Dragonfire was definitely the pick. I just missed it. Dragonfire was definitely the right pick to pick there. Take this 2-drop Aladdin. So 1-drop Hey Hey is okay. We're pretty good on 3-drops. This will be our last 1-drop for sure. Simba's another good 2-drop, and he can sing and have bodyguard. We're gonna take one more 1-jump. Any big cards we'd be willing to take. Fates, Simba. He is uninkable though. Another Aladdin. There's like 6 Aladdins. Maybe I should have gone big Aladdin, but okay. So we're only cutting 8 cards. So is there a way to just include, yeah, add all? And then let's cut 8 cards. So Aladdin Street Rat, we don't really want. Items, don't really want Lantern. Not really looking for Shield of Virtue. Not looking for Shield of Truth. Eye of the Fates, really not looking for either of those. Fishbone Quill's good. Break, You Forgot Me, both inkable actions and reasonable. Might cut Break though. I think I'll cut Break. Yeah, we're not cutting any of this. And I think we're probably gonna cut. Let's sort by cost. 4 1 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2 drops. We're cutting that one already. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 3 drops, which is, we've got 4 friends, so we do want a good amount of those. I think we're probably cutting a Donald Duck, actually. No. It's got to be Simba. Yeah, it's going to be Simba. He's uninkable. We're not that desperate for that. So, we've got a good amount of high cost cards. So, yeah, this it looks like we're going to be kind of on the controlling side. Do wish we took that Dragonfire, but it is what it is. Okay. We're going to mulligan 2, I think. Turn 2, play Prince Eric. Turn 3, play Mickey Mouse. Turn 3, have Prince Eric sing One Jump. Or sorry, not Prince Eric. I apologize. Minnie Mouse is the one who's going to be singing One Jump. We don't really want to sing with Prince Eric because he's a better challenger. So turn 2, Minnie Mouse. Turn 3, sing One Jump. We'll go up to 5 ink the following turn, and we'll play Mickey Mouse. So we'll go up to 6 ink that following turn. Well, maybe we do keep the. She's uninkable though, but I definitely think we can keep a high cost card here. I think we even put Eric back. Hmm. Problem is these characters don't quest a lot early. I think we're gonna put Goofy back and hope we get a 1 drop or a 6 drop with these two. But if we don't, as long as it's ink, that's fine. As long as it's ink, we're fine. And hey, this is actually a 1 drop, so we're going to ink. Ooh, this actually does give us a good quester now. They dumped their hand. I don't think we want to get rid of this discard spell. We're actually going to get rid of the Cheshire Cat. And we're going to play the Hey Hey and pass. Hoping to draw an inkable card. That's a little bit of a bad beat, but not much you can do. So we're going to be inking the You Forgot Me. Maybe it was better to hold off on that, playing the Hey Hey and just inking Hey as well. But we'll ink You Forgot Me, and we're going to play this Minnie Mouse. And we're going to pass. He's questing for 2. And a Lilo. Okay. This actually is interesting. I actually think we are going to kill the Flen. Yeah. We're going to kill the Flen and we're going to discard a 1 jump. And then we're going to ink. Yeah, we're going to ink Tinkerbell because we have the Elsa to help us with any evasives that come out. And we're going to play the Mickey Mouse this turn. Yep. And we'll pass. Leave Hey Hey up. Let's go into 4. And a Mickey Mouse. Steamboat. Yeah, so this would be a great. This turn, the very first thing we would do would just be discard them. And then we can even sing Friends, sing 1 jump, and we're just in such a great spot. But unfortunately, things didn't work out quite that way. What are we gonna do though? I think we're actually just gonna hardcast Friends in 1 jump, which means if we're doing that, I'm probably gonna quest with Hey Hey to buff Mickey with the support. Have Mickey take out Lilo. Have Minnie Mouse sing 1 jump. So if we're gonna have her sing 1 jump, then we should play Friends now and see what we draw. See if that changes anything. Yeah, now we don't have to ink a big card. We can ink the Aladdin, even though we could play it. I don't think we're that desperate to flood the board. Maybe there is an argument to be made. I think we actually will ink the Robin Hood. Play this Aladdin. have Minnie Mouse sing this one jump, quest the Hey Hey, give the support to Mickey, and then have Mickey take out this Lilo. And now he only has three lore next turn. We've set up for 4 lore, and we've just got big characters coming out turn after turn. Jafar. Ooh, that's actually a little rough. Ooh, okay. So we could draw him out and then be prepare him next turn, as long as we drew ink. But I don't like that as much, actually. We're just gonna hit there. Gonna have Aladdin take out this Mickey Mouse, and we're gonna play this Rapunzel. She's able to take out Jafar, so if Jafar swings into Hey Hey, our Rapunzel takes out Jafar, and he doesn't get his challenging when he's being challenged, so we'll go ahead and take that out. And I think we'll actually play this Bodyguard. Yep, and we'll pass. We could ink, but we're not really in a rush to get up there and ink. Be prepared is our board wipe, and Elsa is gonna be our big person to play, but I don't think we're so desperate that we ink the Goofy and don't play for the board. So what do we want to do this turn? So he quests for 3 total. We definitely want to sing this Friends. Do we hardcast it or do we sing it? Sing it. I think we're gonna have Goofy sing it. This way it triggers Bodyguard, and yeah, now we've got some big drops that we can play. So we'll play a Mufasa, and we can quest here with Rapunzel. So big thing with the Goofy is it would take him swinging with Phil and Merlin to take it out, and then Elsa takes Rapunzel out. We could take out Merlin with our Rapunzel, but we're better off gaining the lore and forcing them to make the trade because they're behind, than we are just making sure that we clear him every turn. We also have to play to win for ourselves. So we're not going to ink anything. We'll pass. They choose to exert Mufasa. Quest. And now Merlin takes out. That's a little bit of a myth play for me. I forgot that Phil actually has support. But it's not too big of a deal. Yeah, I think we're going to take... Ooh, how do we want to do this? Could just quest for 5 and then be prepared. Don't actually dislike that play. He only quests for 3 though. I think I want to draw him out onto the board, and then be prepared him the following turn. If he goes to 10, he goes to 10. But this way, I'll play my friends. And ooh, that changes things a little bit. I should have most likely, no, not most likely. I should have drawn before I decided what I was going to play. But because the Rafiki does change things a little bit. Maybe it doesn't change though. Yeah, I think actually we're gonna play the Rafiki and we're gonna challenge the Phil. We could challenge the Elsa and live, but then he can just quest with Phil, buff Merlin, and then Merlin takes out Mufasa. This way, there's just not a great way for him to deal with anything, and we'll pass. Broom. He doesn't play a big character. Elsa takes out the Rapunzel. Yeah. And we're still just in a great spot. We're going to go ahead and ink the Pascal. We're not really in need of that. And we're going to go ahead and play this Trident to use our ink a little more efficiently. We'll take out this Merlin. And we'll pass. Oh, Merlin also had support. Kind of missed a little bit of that. This Moana is an interesting one. I have actually at an event had somebody play Moana and it banished a Taka. Was definitely a game changing thing, but it's not that common to happen. Um, we're gonna go ahead and they have 3 they can quest for. No, I think we just need to just start questing out. We could keep clearing them, but they have 1 card in hand. It can't be B prep because they're 2 ink away from it. Maui, definitely helps him, but it doesn't put him so far ahead that we're worried. We're gonna play the friends, hoping to draw at least 1 ink. Yep, and we're gonna ink the Tigger so we can play the Mad Hatter, and we'll pass. Yeah, at this point in the game, we have so many big cost characters, it's hard for them to keep up. And we're just gonna go ahead and quest for the game. Don't know if keeping Elsa was the right play. I would have loved to have played her. I guess technically I can play her, but there's no point. Let's go ahead and win. Last card is Rapunzel and Tremaine. Okay. Tremaine is rough. Even if you have a meaningful action, she's uninkable 1/5, only quest for 1. Even if you have a meaningful action, if you get her and you haven't played that action, it's such a detriment. So, alright, that's 1 win. Go to game 2. Okay. Not as much of our ramp and draw. Um, Genie's a great 2-drop to keep. And, I mean, none of these cards are really doing anything that are that meaningful, so we're just going to keep a 2-drop. We have better things we can draw. Okay. We're going to ink. I think we're going to ink a Prince Eric, yeah. Next turn, I'll be able to play Genie, and then turn 3, I'll be able to have Genie sing 1 jump. I might even play 1 jump on this turn, though, if I have a good reason to do so. Might be a good enough reason. My 2/5 takes out the 2/2. We're gonna ink Tigger. We're gonna play. Is it 1 jump? It might be 1 jump. 1 jump feels a little bit slow to just play on its own, though. So we'll start with the Genie. Flounder, Voice of Reason. And he's got a sword. That was a little bit of a waste. I don't think the AI quite knew what they were trying to do there. But we're going to ink this Robin Hood. We're definitely not going to have less cards than them. And we're going to challenge this Aurora. And I think we might actually just hard cast the 1 jump, go to 5 next turn. No, we don't have a 5 drop that we're waiting to play, so we are just going to use friends. Okay, pass. Ooh, Zeus, nice. He is a pretty good card. He's like Rafiki. The only downside is if your opponent has multiple characters, they can swing back and take him out without really losing anything. This turn, because they only have 2 cards in hand, there's so much value and You Have Forgotten Me that I'm fine with him having 3 lore next turn without it being contested. So we're going to ink. So 4. I think we're actually going to keep the 1 drop because we can kind of combo it with other stuff. So we're going to ink the Tinkerbell. Pretty happy with this hand. And You Have Forgotten Me to make him discard another Aurora and a Dr. Facilier. So that's not too bad. Aladdin Street Rat. It's not the best top deck they could have gotten. So 8. Next turn they'll go to 11, or sorry, 12, and then we'll be able to start fighting back for the board, which is what we'd like to do. Based off the way their stat lines are, Donald Duck is more than enough. No, we're not going to bodyguard him. And then we're going to ink a Tinkerbell and play a Captain Hook. Might actually be a good idea to hold on to the Tinkerbell just because at this point, if they drew a big evasive character and they could start questing, I did just throw away my answer for it. But I think we could still outrace them if that was the case. But they are going to 12. Yzma's a good 2-drop here. She's got a really nice, meaningful effect. Let's see what else. going to 12. We are going to have Captain Hook take out the Zeus because he doesn't even trade. And we'll just take out one of these two. Probably should actually be Aladdin 100% because Aladdin can sing up to a 3-cost song. So that was a misplay by me. We're going to ink Mickey Mouse True Friend because we are going to play our Rapunzel, take away one of their lore. Gives us a nice big body and 2 lore. Ooh, a Megara. That actually worked pretty good for them. So, and we're happy with him using the Yzma to take out Captain Hook because it's, again, just another turn that they're not getting lore. So, we'll take out Yzma. Probably was more beneficial to quest there, but I'll play the Mufasa. He's a bigger quester, and we're gonna pass. We could ink our 7-drop or our 6-drop, but there's very little chance that we're gonna be able to play both of these in the same turn. So I'd rather just keep putting one big character down every turn rather than throw away all my big characters. So we'll play that. We're gonna quest. We're not gonna 1-jump, and we're not gonna ink Peter Pan. So here's another. This is an evasive quester, but now we have the Elsa. So if things even started to get a little out of control, we'd still be all right. Play, and we're gonna quest for 5. And now next turn we threaten questing for 7. So our opponent is just kind of stalling out now. Oof, that's tough beats. These must be either uninkable, or they just are like actions that don't have meaningful effects, which just can be just the worst feeling. So we're going to ink Goofy so we can play this Elsa, stop Peter Pan from readying, and then we'll threaten lethal next turn by questing. Because next turn we can quest for game. So we will pass. If they were closer to 6, going to 7 ink, I probably don't play the Elsa, just in case they be prepared. I have something to come back. Well, I guess we got our be prepared, but I don't think we'll be playing. I don't think we'll be doing all that. We're just gonna go ahead and quest for the game. All right, and we're going into our 3rd game. They're gonna start with a 4 lore advantage. Okay, gonna put back be prepared. This is good. We only want to keep one of these 2s, I think. And I really want to see a Friends because being able to Minnie Mouse and either 1-jump or Mickey Mouse and then being able to Friends is just so valuable. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and put all those back. So, and keeping a 2-3. 2 1-jumps. That is not quite what we want to see. That's actually pretty bad. We need to hope that we can draw into some more inkable cards here. Okay. Well, it is inkable. It's wish the order was a little reversed because I probably would have played Pascal last turn, but it might have even have been better if I was considering playing Pascal last turn to hold him, just to guarantee the ink. A Tamatoa, 1-4. Fortunately, the big Tamatoa in this set is not a shift, so don't think we're too worried about that. I am going to 1-jump, and I'm going to sing 1-jump. And I'm going to ink my Genie, and we're going to go up to 6 next turn. Okay, Lilo. So he just quests, goes to 5. Okay. What do we want to do? I think we are just going to ink the Donald Duck. And then that way we can play the Mickey, use his effect, and play this Tink. And quest. Now this is definitely a little bit weaker, but if we draw a single Friends, we're in so much business. And considering we have 4 in the deck, it's pretty likely. He's not really putting too much threat on us. Mickey Mouse, okay. Ooh, a Rafiki. is not quite what we'd like, but I guess I could have used Tinkerbell's effect, but Rafiki's still good enough here because it's gonna help us take out the Tamatoa without losing too much. And then Minnie can take out this Lilo. And I actually think we're not going to quest this Tinkerbell, just in case we need to use its effect next turn to get ink, or just to give us another chance to dig for friends, and also preserve a singer for friends. Because right now, Stitch takes out our Mickey Mouse, and then if he has a way to give Mickey Mouse any strength, like grab a sword, he can take out Rafiki. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pass here. 6 ink. So this time they're definitely going a little higher. So they did part of your world, return character. Elsa. So what did they get back? They got Lilo? Yeah. Oh, here we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. So now we can have Tinkerbell sing this. I think it's Tinkerbell. Maybe it's not. Tinkerbell takes out Stitch. Hold on. 3, we can ink. We have a lot of 5-drops. Is it gonna be just clear his board mostly and then hard play this? I think it is. That was really bad. We drew 2 6-drops, so not quite what we were looking for, but we can still challenge in a way that we're keeping most of our characters alive, and if they choose to trade into us, it's going to be inefficient trades for them. Elsa taking Tinkerbell, she's left with 1, and then Lilo taking either of these would banish her. And again, it's just a turn that they're not able to quest. So, but no, they're going to quest and they're going to push it. So if they had like a Maui here, that would be pretty rough. Pumbaa, okay. All right, so we're gonna ink. We're definitely gonna ink this Tigger. We're gonna play this Elsa, and we're gonna get Pumbaa and Elsa. We're gonna take out this Lilo. This kind of helps slows them down a little bit. This is kind of weak to Dragonfire, but at least we'll still have a turn from them being stunned. Okay. They didn't have the Dragonfire. What are we doing here? I think we're taking out Elsa. Yeah. Taking out Elsa because right now for him to trade into Elsa on the board, it would be all of his characters. He doesn't have a support. And he only has 1 card in hand. And we're going to play... I think we want to play something with enough strength to take out Pumbaa in case he has a way to buff Broom and take out Elsa. Like grab your sword on... or he's got a sword on Magic Broom takes out Elsa. So we want to have something that could still kill or banish Pumbaa. So we're going to take our Rapunzel, and we'll pass here. When you play this character, it gets -2. Okay. So he's able to take it out, and the Pumbaa lives. Which, if we had played the Mad Hatter, we would have been punished there because Mad Hatter couldn't take out Pumbaa now. But now we can take out this Pumbaa, live with 1, which is still enough to take out Aurora if she decides to trade. And, you know, I'm debating inking the Mufasa so I can play out both these cards, but I think we're going to play You Forgotten Me. Make him discard. Oh, it was a Be Prepared. That was a very good card to discard. I'm actually very comfortable in this spot. I'm going to pass. I'd rather keep these characters that are high questers. If Mufasa was only a 1 quester, I'd probably ink him there just to establish the Mad Hatter quicker. But I think we're going to start with the friends because we can still play either of these if we ink. This is the same card, essentially. Do we... let's see. Do we want to establish 2... This is technically quest for 4. Yeah, I think that's actually what I want to do. Mm. Hmm. Maybe it is just play the big body. I kind of think we should play the 2 3s though. So right now we're either playing these 2 3s, this 6, or this 5. If we play this 5, we don't have to ink. If we play these 2 or this, we have to ink most likely one of the other party. So if we're gonna play these, we might ink Mufasa, and if we're gonna play Mufasa, we probably ink one of these 3 drops. I think we're gonna play Mad Hatter. Next turn we can ink one of these 3 drops and then play Mufasa in the other one. Yeah, I like this. We can't take out their bell, but oh, she does quest for 2. Oh, that's actually really maybe that's a big misplay. Maybe I should establish something that can take out Bell because now he gets to go to 16. Puts me in a really dangerous spot. I'm at 1. Yeah, I think it should have been Mufasa in that case, or the 2 3 drops. We're gonna play the Mufasa now. Ink the Sergeant Tibbs. Play Mickey, and we're gonna quest go to 4. So right now we quest for 8, so we can go to 12. So we catch up pretty quick, but we're definitely giving him a lot of outs. Especially because now they get to go to 16 versus the 14 they'd be at. So, what our lower cluster to take this out, and we want to keep the Mad Hatter healthy, I think. So, and then we'll quest Mad Hatter, and we'll just go ahead and play both of these. The Tink's effect doesn't last long enough that it will make a difference here, but oh, friends, uh-oh. So if he drops 2 1 drops, oh, he's challenging. If he dropped 2 1 drops there, or sorry, 2 characters, two. Okay, that was just really a good combination from them. They drew challenged the Mad Hatter to make me draw, and then had the sudden chill to be able to banish whatever I drew. But if they had played 2 1 lore characters and they didn't challenge, they'd threaten winning, right? Because I can only go to 6. All right, do I have lethal? 6, 9, 12? No, I can only go to 19. Yeah, so if they played 2 1 questers there, that would have actually been game. I wouldn't be able to stop them. So that was a big mistake that it definitely could have cost me. Very fortunate that it didn't. Go ahead and quest. And I'm just going to take this out with Kristoff. Just in case there's a be prepared or anything that happens. And we're not going to play this Mickey for the same reason of just want to save it in case we need it. Mickey Mouse. Well, that is not going to cut it. So weird. Oh, not play. We're just going to go ahead and quest out and win the game. Ooh, that was close though. Yeah, Sword of Truth this is exactly what I was talking about. It just kind of sits in your hand. I don't have a villain character. I don't think I had very many villain characters, so yeah, it just sits in your hand. It's uninkable. You really don't get much of an effect out of it. So, but that last game was close. That misplay almost cost me, but luckily they didn't end up getting 2 characters, but it could have. So. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any recommendations for sets that you specifically want to see me draft or sealed, or any questions about something I did, or any topics that you kind of want to discuss, please feel free to leave a comment or anything. And if you liked the video, please make sure to like. It does help increase my chances of being seen by more people. So, but thank you so much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.